What can you tell me about the rally today and what's important about the message you want to get out and what's happening with the centre?
Well, Deaf Can Do want to sell our building here, and the deaf community don't want that to happen because this building here is our deaf spiritual home. We feel a spiritual connection to this building and the land in a similar way that Aboriginal people feel a connection to their land. So, you know, we have deaf people who get married here, they have baptisms here, have social events here. You know, we have education and workshops and meetings and all sorts of things that are all part of our deaf lives and our deaf culture. So this building is really designed specifically for use by deaf people. So it's got the right space for signing. Also, we've got this. You know, this is our deaf home, and we don't want to lose it. We don't want it to be sold.
No. How long has the building been operating?
The building has been operating since 1927. It was actually built by deaf people themselves. So it was built by deaf people for deaf people, and they paid for the building out of their own pockets.
Wow.
People paid 1 penny each to buy a single brick to put as part of this building to help build it.
Yeah.
And you won't find a building like this anywhere else in Adelaide or Australia.
Wow, people's souls are really entrenched within this building. I understand what you're saying now.
Absolutely, definitely.
Is it a government body that's wanting to sell this building? Is it anything to do with the government or?
No, it's not the government that's selling the building. The building is being sold by a service provider called Deaf Can Do.
Okay.
And they're the ones that want to sell the building.
Yeah.
So really the building belongs to the deaf community.
Thank you. Hi everyone, great crowd here. Looking at the rain and thinking, oh maybe God is there. And crying. All the tears are coming down to us here on earth. I would like to talk a little bit about the deaf pioneers, the deaf families and hearing families who have been involved in a very strong way through the generations and want to continue on through the generations. And we have to make sure that they can. You see Sandra and Katrina have organised some photos and some famous deaf people and families, so you can have a look and remember who they are and realise that those families are continuing through today. Many families are here, and one very important person, Eugene Salas. One deaf family person, and her name is Rhonda Loads, that's Moira's daughter, did some research about Eugene Salas, plus some research about our history and when the community was established. And that research is fantastic and valuable for us. And I just want to explain in summary form of what that includes. We need to thank the generational deaf families. First, the deaf community was established. They didn't actually have their own home. We borrowed a building at that time in the city. The deaf community grew. And they wanted their own building. So they worked really hard collecting to raise the money for the building. And the first building was in Wright Street, which is near the Central Market. And what happened there, the deaf community continued to grow and the building became very crowded. And so then they decided that this place, 262, was to be built. So they once again collected. And who were the collectors collecting that money? It was deaf people working. It was your family deaf, past family deaf members working very, very hard, collecting really hard, working in a very hard way to collect, to build this building and establish. And when they established here, there was no money owed. And that was because deaf and hearing partners and family members worked very hard to build this building and to save to build this building. This building was here because this building was for the deaf community to consider it as their
Hi, I bumped into a friend. Hey Tammy, how's it going?
Tammy, how you doing?
So what does this mean to you today to come down and support this rally?
I'm here with my family because I think that it's not okay that the deaf community isn't having their voice heard and represented about a building that's so important to them.
Yeah.
And I think that decisions about deaf community buildings should be made by the deaf community.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I think a lot of the hearing community probably aren't even aware that this was here. I mean, it's a heritage site and apparently it's been operating since 1927. So
it's a beautiful, beautiful building, and I was just hearing before that this building's been put together brick by brick.
they paid 1 penny each. Yeah.
By the deaf community.
Absolutely.
And
yeah.
who is anyone to take that away without permissions? And it doesn't matter what it's going to be replaced with. It's stealing. It's taking from the community.
Yeah. Thanks, Tammy.
My pleasure. Oh my God, she can do it, anybody can do it.
Thanks for talking to me today. What does today's rally mean to you?
Well, I'm a mother of a deaf daughter. This is Mackenzie. She's 3 and she's profoundly deaf. So she relies on sign language as her mode of communication.
Yeah.
She does speak English and that's her second language. So for me as a hearing mother, being able to meet the deaf community, it has been this place that has brought us together, allows us to socialise and make friends, and it's let me learn the language.
Are there many other places in Adelaide like this, or is this?
No other places like this in Adelaide. This is deaf managed, and deaf people come along and organise their own events here by themselves for themselves, and there are no other places like that. We think that this is the last in Australia that was actually built and owned by deaf people.
Wow, so a lot of people are going to be really lost if this place ends up closing down, aren't they?
They are. The sad part is that we've been told we'd be given another place to use, but nothing can replace the heritage that is in this building. Nothing can replace having deaf people donate and buying bricks back in 1928 and working hard and maintaining that throughout over 80 years.
So what I really wanted to show today is how it's actually going to affect real people rather than just driving past and just having no real understanding of what the place was. I really hope to meet some people today that were involved in it, and like with you and Mackenzie, I noticed, is that a little cochlear implant that she has there?
Yes, Mackenzie.
Wow. So she can hear it because of that implant?
Yes, she can. However, it's really important that people understand that cochlear implants are a sometimes hearing device. So she's always deaf. It's sometimes that you're hearing, but with Auslan and deaf community and deaf language, you always have a mode of communication.
Wow.
So Mackenzie's not disadvantaged because she's a part of this deaf community.
Yeah.
Without this building and meeting place, she would be disadvantaged.
That's amazing. How do I say, I don't know Auslan, sadly, so how do I say hello to Mackenzie? So, see if I get her. Oh, she's going to cry. Oh, there you go. That's my average work with children.
She's been here since 8 o'clock this morning. She's tired.
That is funny, isn't it?
That's Lolly.
Oh, no, I just promised her a lolly. All right, thank you so much. Bye-bye.